Morning to you, Toby. It's great to have you with us.
Morning. Good morning.
Thank you for your time this morning. Let's start with that moment in Afghanistan. What can you remember about what happened at that time?
Not much, if I'm honest, but from what I do remember and from what I've written in the book and little bits like that, it's, yeah, it was just an operation. It went kinetic, and unfortunately my team was first through the door, and they were already set up, and unfortunately I got shot. Middle of the night, pitch black. It was pure luck, and unfortunately it just hit me in the side of the neck.
Right.
Bullet went through my neck and paralysed me instantly.
And you're in the SBS, right? The Special Boat Service.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, Special Boat Service. Yeah.
So your guys pulled you out of there, and
Yeah, that's right. They pulled
you were
me out.
medevaced out. And
Yeah, the team behind me pulled me out and started working on me, trying to keep me alive for until the healers came in. So yeah, it was a crazy time. But I don't remember much of that. I mean, for me, it was pretty much lights out by then.
Right. So I guess your first memory was when you were back. Was it Bastion, Camp Bastion, like in the hospital?
No. The first memory I do have is actually waking up in Birmingham.
Wow. Okay. So
Queen Elizabeth, probably about 3 months later.
Okay.
After I'd been in a coma, and waking up thinking, where am I? And my initial thoughts were I'd been captured. But yeah, you can, I write about it more intensely in my book, Never Will I Die, which has just been released.
Mm-hmm.
And
so
it's just a great book.
So just tell us, why did you feel the need to write it down, to get it?
Well, I wanted to write down because it's a great story of the human spirit, survival against all odds, overcoming adversity, my life after my injury, and how I've rebuilt my life, which is incredibly important. I think a lot of people can take a lot from that, and I'm hoping it'll really help a lot of people.
I mean, it is that strength of the human spirit as well, isn't it? To have the sort of
exactly.
inner resolve to be able to do it, to realise that you have a purpose here, and you can still be a force for good in the world. I mean,
it's not a military book per se of combat fighting and things like that. It's more, I mean, it does have that in the book, which is nice to read about, but it's also about that human spirit of wanting to survive, carrying on, and not giving up when the chips are down.
I mean, it's happened to you as a young man. This is you.
Yeah, that's me a long time ago. That's on a different tour in Afghanistan. That was on my first tour in Afghanistan.
This was your first tour, so
this is my first tour.
It happened on your second.
Yeah, this is after I
went
on to Special Forces and was doing special ops.
Okay.
In certain regions around the, Afghanistan, and
which I guess is discussed, like some of those ops are discussed. In the book.
It's all discussed in the book, and but it also talks about my childhood, what drew me to the military, what wanted me to, I don't know, make a difference in the world.
And what was that? Tell us a little bit about how you grew up.
I mean, I grew up in South Africa, and my parents were British, so we didn't agree with apartheid and things like that. So we were very, not shunned in a way, but just not very, English people weren't very favoured at that time in South Africa. But, there was a lot of bullying. But I went on, our whole family went on to move around. I lived in California for a while. I lived in the UK for a while. I came back to South Africa. But ultimately, I just wanted to make a difference in the world. And,
I guess you saw the rights and wrongs, right?
Yeah, I wanted to right some wrongs and challenge, the way things were at the time. So.
And tell us a little about your family now, Toby. Like, how supportive have they been through your journey to where you are right now?
I mean, my brother and sisters have been fantastic. They really have been fantastic throughout this journey. But yeah, I don't really have a close family in terms of my parents. We're not very close. So I rely a lot on Help for Heroes and actually military charities. And that's a big thing now. I know that we're not in a combat war as it is, but veterans are, you know, forever veterans. Will always be here and we always need help.
Yeah.
We always need support, and that's incredibly important. So I hope, I hope that people don't forget that, because there's a new study out that's just come out that 1 in 3 people, 1 in 3 veterans consider suicide in their life.
I mean, it's
way terrible.
Yeah, it is. And it's respect for your service and the sacrifice that you guys have made. I mean, to try and keep the world a safer, better place. So, listen, the book is out.
Yeah.
Okay.
The book's out now. Never Will I Die. Toby Gutteridge. It's my autobiography, and it talks about the Special Forces world, my life before my injury and my life after my injury. And it's just an incredibly inspiring story, it really is.
It's been inspiring to meet you this morning, Toby.
I really appreciate it. Thank you.
I appreciate you being here, man. And buy the book. Toby Gutteridge,
Thank
appreciate
you.
your time. Thank you.